Kia ora team. So, it looks like Tyson Fury has let the cat out of the bag. He says that Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury is signed and sealed for the 22nd of February. But Ty-ho, wait for it, we'll just see what happens. Deontay Wilder came out, what was it, yesterday, pretty much saying that he would like the Andy Ruiz fight for undisputed as soon as possible if he can beat Anthony Joshua again. And all of a sudden Tyson Fury's come out and said, oh, our fight's already signed and sealed. So we'll see what happens there. But remember, it wasn't that long ago when Deontay Wilder came out and said he's signed fights with both Luis Ortiz to settle the controversy and then Tyson Fury to settle that controversy. And Tyson Fury came out straight away and said, hang on a minute, I haven't signed anything, what are you talking about? So we'll see what happens. I can see this from Tyson Fury coming out possibly before he was supposed to, if the fight is signed, to try and take some attention away from the possibility of Wilder versus Ruiz. Even though Ruiz and Joshua still have their rematch to determine who's going to hang on to those 3 belts. So interesting situation, bit of a schoolyard tactic shit going on really, isn't it? Like bloody children. But as we know, Deontay Wilder will be fighting Luis Ortiz. Apparently it's not formally announced yet, but it is on BoxRec listed for the 28th of September. No actual location on there anymore. It used to have just LA on there, but we'll see what happens there. Not really a fight that anybody was calling for. Basically, from the sounds of what Deontay Wilder says, to clear up the controversy, which for some fans was maybe the first fight between Ortiz and Wilder. The fight maybe should have been stopped in round 7. I don't believe so. Wilder was still on his feet. He was still coherent. He was trying to hang on. He was getting a beating and he was buzzed, but he wasn't in real trouble, I don't think. There's also the controversy of the time taken at the beginning of the 8th round for the doctors to look at Wilder in accordance with the New York State Athletic Commission rules. The controversy there for me would have been that, hey, Luis Ortiz got knocked down 4 times in that fight, but the doctors didn't feel obligated to look at him once. How come they stopped the fight to look at the champ when he didn't even go down, give him time to recover after a tough round? Yeah, fine. But for me, I don't think it's worthy of running it back. It was a voluntary in the first place. Luis Ortiz has a heart condition. He's only going to be older than he was, a year and a half ago. For me, Luis Ortiz gets knocked out before 6 rounds in that rematch. I would much rather have seen an Adam Kalinacki fight, a young, hungry pressure fighter. Would have been more interesting for me, but it is what it is. I will still watch the fight. Luis Ortiz is still a dangerous fighter, but for me, as I listed, I think he's about number 10 in the world in the heavyweight division at present, and he's only going to slide from there being 40 years old, so it is what it is. Tyson Fury, he's possibly fighting again in October, and rumors are it could be Jarrell Miller. Also not a fight that anybody is really calling for. I can't think of any instance across social media of anybody besides Jarrell Miller wanting to see Jarrell Miller back in the ring so soon after popping 30 for 3 different drugs. He is on a current WBA suspension that ends in September. He only got a light sentence because he didn't have a boxing license at the time, so it is what it is. If we see him back against Tyson Fury, I think he's going to get his ears boxed off for 12 rounds anyway. He hasn't got the footwork to be able to track down Tyson Fury. Yes, he comes forward all night, but that ain't gonna do shit if the dude ain't in front of you most of the time. So for me, he would just get his ears boxed off. But if it is true that February 22nd is gonna be the day that Wilder and Fury run it back, I am pleased. I am very pleased. I need to see that fight again. I need a definitive result. For me, Fury won it the first time around on points. I saw Wilder, he won the 2 knockdown rounds, and at best, he won 2 other rounds for me, at best. So, that still makes Fury the winner. But hey, if we get it run back, then this can all be settled, and I'm looking forward to it. So let us know in the comments below, do you think it's actually going to happen on the 22nd? Do you think Tyson Fury's trying to deflect the fans away from the possibility of Wilder versus Ruiz with coming out with this all of a sudden? There is an article I'll leave in the description. You go and read it, come to your own conclusions as usual about this. But if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. See you!